So let's start with the gymnosperms. The term gymnosperm was first used by the scientist Theophrastus. First used by Theophrastus in his book that is Inquiry into Plants. Why they are known as gymnosperms? Gymno means naked and the sperm is for the seeds. तो यहां पर जो seeds produced हो रहे हैं, they are naked. They are not present inside the ovary. So due to the presence of the naked seeds, they are known as gymnosperms. The seeds, they are not present inside the ovary. They are also known as phanerogams. Without ovary. Ovary absent hai, so that's why they are known as the phanerogams without ovary. Now here, in the gymnosperms, I have to start with the journal characters. तो यहाँ पर हम journal characters study करेंगे. उससे पहले आप लिखिए that the gymnosperm, they represent smallest group of plant kingdom. So in the journal characters, first feature is habitat. Gymnosperm, generally they are present in the colder areas. They are present in the temperate regions, colder areas. But few of the gymnosperms, they are also present in warmer, that is tropical and subtropical region. तो मैं एक यहाँ पर जिम्नोस्पर्म का नाम लिख रही हूँ जो ट्रॉपिकल सब ट्रॉपिकल रीजन के अंदर प्रेजेंट है, फ्लरिश करता है, दैट इज साइकस. नाउ द सेकेंड इज habit. All the gymnosperms, they survive for several years. Yes, the gymnosperms, they can survive for several years. So they are perennial in nature, and all the gymnosperms, they are woody. Either they are shrubs, they are trees, and some of them, they are also woody climbers. They are woody climbers. One example for this is ephedra. राइट तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि कोई भी ऐसा जिम्नोस्पर्म नहीं है जो कि एनुअल है. एनुअल मीन्स सर्वाइव फॉर ओनली वन सीजन, and no gymnosperm is there which is non-woody, means which is herbaceous. So you write this information: annual and herbaceous condition in the gymnosperm is absent. Yes. The dominant phase of the gymnosperms is diploid, that is sporophyte. The sporophytic body है, that is main phase, dominant phase. The sporophyte contains two roots, stem and leaves. Sporophyte possess true roots, stem and leaves. So again, they will represent cormophytes. There is presence of reduced gametophytic phase. So gametophyte is reduced and the independent existence of the male and female gametophyte is absent here. So very important point, independent existence for the male and female gametophyte is absent. So the main phase, the dominant phase is sporophyte, और sporophyte के ऊपर true stem, root, leaves, they are present. So here now I will be discussing all these features. So first of all, I will be starting with the roots. Now the type of root system which is present here, that is tap root system. So in the last class I have discussed, that is the tap root. It arises from radicle. अगर रेडिकल से रूट अराइज होगी तो कहेंगे टैप रूट, और रेडिकल के अलावा अगर कहीं से भी रूट अराइज होगी तो उसको हम कहेंगे एडवेंटिशियस रूट. ये जो टैप रूट की ब्रांचेस हैं, some of the branches they are normal and some of the branches they can show association with microorganisms. कुछ ब्रांचेस तो नॉर्मल है और कुछ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के साथ एसोसिएशन शो करेंगी. So it means that two type of the root branches they are present, or you can say the root branches they show dimorphic condition. Dimorphic condition. Now in the case of cycas, there is association of prokaryotic organism, that is BGA. साइकस के अंदर एसोसिएशन है बीजीए की, ब्लू ग्रीन algae, cyanobacteria, and you know what is the function of the BGA. It is involved in the nitrogen fixation. Yes, the BGA which is associated with the cycas roots, that is Anabina. Yes, so please write this, the BGA which is associated here, that is Anabina. साइकस के अंदर जो रूट्स बीजीए के साथ एसोसिएशन शो करती हैं, these roots they are known as coralloid roots. And one very important feature about these roots they can show growth in any direction. Generally, you know what happens, the roots they are positively geotrophic. They grows towards the stimulus of gravity. They grows towards the direction of gravity. But here the condition is different. Condition is different. Now these roots they are insensitive to gravity. It means they can now grow in any direction. They are insensitive to gravity, so they can grow in any direction. Such type of roots, they are known as apogeotropic roots. Insensitive to gravity, so you will call them as apogeotropic roots. Now, in the case of Pinus, there is association of fungi. You know that when the roots they show association with fungi, such type of the roots they are known as mycorrhizal roots. और जिन roots के अंदर mycorrhiza का association होता है, there the root cap and the root hairs they are absent. So you got this. Cycas के अंदर nitrogen fixing roots, that is coralloid roots और fungi के अंदर mycorrhizal roots. And what is the function of these roots? They help in the absorption of nutrients from the soil, especially the phosphorus. Right? Now after the roots, now next one, let's discuss leaves. Again there is presence of dimorphic leaves. That is scaly leaf and foliage leaf. जो scaly leaf है, they are non-green and the function of the scaly leaf is protection. जो foliage leaves है, these are green leaves. They are involved in the photosynthesis. They are involved in the food formation. Now the foliage leaf can be simple or they can be compound. So now what is simple and compound leaf? In the leaf you know that there is presence of three main parts. This is leaf base. The stalk is known as petiole. And this structure, this is lamina. अगर लीफ का लैमिना डिवीजन नहीं शो कर रहा तो इसको कहेंगे हम सिंपल लीफ. The division of lamina is absent. But if the lamina, it shows division, lamina is showing division, then it is known as compound leaf. So if the lamina is undivided, then simple. If the lamina is showing division, then it is known as compound leaf. So I can write example here. The simple leaf is present in pinus. In the pinus, the leaf is needle-like. It is reduced. It is needle-like. And in the case of cycas, there is presence of compound leaf. Compound leaf, the lamina is divided. तो देखिए यहाँ पर आप lamina is showing division. So you can see here. So you can see here कि लैमिना की डिवीजन हुई है और डिवीजन के बाद ये जो यहाँ पर स्ट्रक्चर्स बने हैं, these are known as leaflets. So the leaf lamina has shown division, forming the leaflet, such type of the leaf, it is known as compound leaf. Now one very important feature about the leaf, that these leaves, they are resistant, tolerate extreme conditions with respect to wind, temperature and humidity. Now, one such adaptation is that surface area of the leaves is reduced. Now, in the pinus, just now I have discussed, there is presence of the reduced needle-like leaf. तो अगर reduced needle-like leaf है तो surface area of the leaf it will decrease. Surface area decrease अगर होगा, so this will prevent water loss. This will prevent water loss under the xerophytic conditions, under the dry conditions. तो ड्राई कंडीशंस के अंदर वाटर लॉस से प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, वाटर लॉस प्रिवेंट करने के लिए इन प्लांट्स के अंदर एक जो एडाप्टेशन है, दैट इज रिड्यूस्ड लीफ, and this adaptation is seen in the pinus. Needle shaped leaves, they are present. Now the another one, that around the leaf there is presence of a waxy covering. Waxy covering is present around the leaf, और इस covering बनने की वजह से again the chances of water loss, they will be minimized. Next one, there is presence of sunken stomata. Now, the part of the leaf through which the water loss is there, the pore which is involved in the water loss, that pore is stomata. और यहाँ पर जो stomata है वो deeply seated है. There is presence of sunken stomata in the leaf, due to which the water loss from the stomata will also be decreased. Now the another feature in the leaf, ये मैं साइकस की लीफ का कुछ पार्ट बना रही हूं. Yes, so I am forming only this part of साइकस लीफ. तो बीच में ये हुई मेन वेन. Yes, this is मेन वेन. मेन वेन से अराइज होती है लेटरल वेन्स. जनरली आपने यही देखा है, मेन वेन से लेटरल वेन्स अराइज होती हैं. बट हियर यू प्लीज कीप इन द माइंड दैट द मेन वेन इज प्रेजेंट, बट लेटरल वेन्स दे आर एब्सेंट. यस, लेटरल वेन्स दे आर एब्सेंट. और साइडवेज कंडक्शन करने के लिए, बट इन वेन्स का काम करने के लिए जिम्नोस्पर्म्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट है स्पेशल टिश्यू. दिस टिश्यू इज नोन एज ट्रांसफ्यूजन टिश्यू, और ऑल्सो नोन एज हाइड्रोस्टिरियम. राइट? So this is very much clear that in the case of gymnosperm, lateral veins they are absent, और lateral veins की जगह पर जो conduction में help करेगा, that special tissue which is present in the gymnosperm, that is the transfusion tissue. So after the leaves, I will be dealing with the stem. Now the next feature, that is stem. Now the stem can be unbranched or it can be branched. Unbranched stem, it is present in cycas, and branched stem is present in pinus and citrus. तो साइकस के अंदर हम देखते हैं क्या कंडीशन है. साइकस के अंदर ये मैं बना रही हूं अनब्रांच स्टेम. दिस इज अनब्रांच स्टेम, एंड एट द एपेक्स, एट द टिप ऑफ द स्टेम, देयर इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ द लीव्स. यहां पर लीव्स प्रेजेंट है, एंड यू कैन सी हियर द लीव्स, दे आर अरेंज्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द व्हर्ल. In the form of the whorl, the leaves, they are arranged here. The types of the leaves which are present, I have already discussed. There is presence of compound leaf. The lamina shows division. Now this type of the habit which is present in the cycas, this is known as caudex type. This is known as caudex type of condition. पाइनस के अंदर देखो क्या होगा. ये पाइनस के अंदर मेन स्टेम है. ये जो मेन स्टेम है, इट विल फॉर्म ब्रांचेस. ब्रांचेस की फॉर्मेशन ऐसे है कि अपर ब्रांचेस दे आर शॉर्टर and lower branches they are longer, due to which what type of the appearance is there? Cone like appearance. upper shorter, lower longer, due to which there is presence of the cone-like appearance. So this habit which is present in the pinus, this is known as excurrent habit. Right? Now after the stem, let's discuss about the vascular tissue. Now the pteridophyte onwards, the vascular tissue is present. It is present in pterido, gymno, angiosperm. Vascular tissue, you know, there is presence of two components, that is xylem and phloem. Two components they are present. Xylem के अंदर present है tracheids. Tracheids, there is presence of fibers. There is presence of xylem fibers. But please keep this in mind कि यहाँ पर vessels, the tube-like structures which are involved in the conduction of water, these vessels, they are absent. सिर्फ एक ग्रुप है जिम्नोस्पर्म्स के अंदर जहां पर प्रेजेंट है प्रिमिटिव वेसल्स, एंड दैट ग्रुप इज निटेल्स. So only in one group of gymnosperm, that is nitales, the vessels they are present. और इस ग्रुप के अंदर 3 लिविंग जेनेरा है. आई एम राइटिंग द नेम, दैट इज नीटम, एफिड्रा एंड Valvicia. Right? So nitale is a group in the gymnosperm where the vessels they are present. Now talking about the phloem, in the phloem there is presence of sieve cells. There is presence of phloem fibers. But now again here the tubes which are involved in the conduction of the food, that is sieve tubes, they are absent. Sieve tube absent hai, and you might have heard, you might have learnt about this in the previous classes कि sieve tube के साथ कुछ helping cells present होते हैं. These helping cells they are known as companion cells. The sieve tube as well as the helping cells they are present. Now the two companion cells they are absent, but along with the sieve cells there is presence of certain helping cells, and these helping cells they are known as albuminous cells. तो ये बात आपको समझ आ रही है कि sieve tube absent है, the helping companion cells they are absent, the true companion cells they are absent, but along the sieve cell there is presence of some help cells. So they are not true companion cells. These cells they are known as albuminous cells. So the function about all these structures you will study in detail while studying the anatomy of flowering plants. In the gymnosperms, there is presence of woody sporophyll. So you know what is sporophyll? Sporophyll, they are the specialized leaves which bear sporangia. तो यहाँ पर जो sporophyll है वो woody है. Now the two types of the sporophyll they are present, that is microsporophyll and megasporophyll. Microsporophyll they will aggregate, and after the aggregation they will form male cone. Aggregation के बाद बनेगा male cone, और there is formation of pollen cone, मेल कोन pollen grain form करता है, so it is known as pollen grain. It is also known as lax, or it is also known as compact. Strobilus. Similarly, the megasporophyll will also aggregate. There is formation of female cone, seed cone, lax, again compact strobilus. Along with this, the female cone can be known as megasporangiate and the male cone as microsporangiate. So here we have discussed that in the gymnosperms there is presence of woody sporophyll, and these woody sporophyll, they will aggregate to form cones. There is formation of two types of cone, that is male cone and female cone. अब इन कोन्स के अंदर स्पोरेंजिया प्रेजेंट है. स्पोरेंजिया स्पोर बनाएंगे. स्पोर्स दे विल फॉर्म दी गैमीटोफाइट्स. तो वो गैमीटोफाइट्स कैसे फॉर्म होंगे, आई विल डिस्कस दिस इन डिटेल व्हाइल डीलिंग द लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ वन ऑफ द जिम्नोस्पर्म, दैट इज पाइनस. तो जिम्नोस्पर्म जब मैं डिस्कस करूंगी तब उसको हम वहां पर डील करेंगे. नाउ हियर आई कैन डिस्कस wood, the type of the wood which is formed in the gymnosperm. Now what does wood represent? Wood represents secondary xylem. There is two type of the permanent tissue, that is primary and secondary. Primary tissue कौन सा होता है? Which is present in the plant, which is formed in the plant from the beginning. जो प्लांट के अंदर टिश्यू प्रेजेंट है बिगिनिंग से, उसको हम कहेंगे प्राइमरी टिश्यू. एंड द टिश्यू विच इज फॉर्म्ड इन द प्लांट एट लेटर स्टेजेस, मैच्योर स्टेजेस, दैट इज नोन एज सेकेंडरी टिश्यू. सो दिस इज क्लियर. जो टिश्यू प्लांट के अंदर बिगिनिंग से प्रेजेंट है, दैट इज प्राइमरी, और जो बाद में बनेगा लेटर स्टेजेस पर बनेगा, दैट इज secondary. So here the secondary xylem constitutes wood. wood को बनाने के लिए जो मेरिस्टेम हेल्प करती है, that मेरिस्टेम is cambium. मेरिस्टेम जो wood की फॉर्मेशन में इन्वॉल्व है, that is cambium. अगर wood बनी है ड्यू टू द एक्टिविटी ऑफ one cambium ring. Cambium is present in the plant in the form of a ring. If the wood is formed due to the activity of one cambium ring, such type of the wood, it is known as monoxylic. This is seen in Pinus. If the wood is formed due to the activity of more than one cambium ring, एक से ज्यादा कैम्बियम रिंग इन्वॉल्व है, then you will call it as polyxylic wood. And here the example is cycas. Now the wood can further, it can also be divided into the two more categories. wood के अंदर अगर vascular tissue ज्यादा है, vascular tissue, that is the xylem is the vascular tissue. तो अगर wood के अंदर hard tissue, strong tissue, vascular tissue ज्यादा है, and the soft tissue is less. Soft tissue in the wood is represented by medullary rays. Medullary rays, they are made up of parenchyma. तो अगर वुड के अंदर सॉफ्ट टिश्यू कम है, सॉफ्ट टिश्यू इज medullary rays which are parenchymatous, and strong tissue, vascular tissue ज़्यादा है, such type of the wood, it is known as pycnoxylic. This is pycnoxylic. The pycnoxylic wood is present in Pinus. But if the condition is reverse, condition reverse है, vascular tissue कम है and the soft tissue is more. The soft tissue is more, such type of the wood. It is known as Monoxylic wood, and this is in Cycas. Now please do not confuse monoxylic with manoxylic. मोनो का मतलब एक कैम्बियम रिंग और मैनो का मतलब soft tissue is more. Monoxylic means soft tissue is more. So you can easily tell me इन दोनों में से कौन सी wood है which is commercially important? Yes, the one which is hard, the one which is having more vascular tissue. So the wood which is important, that is having more vascular tissue, this is for the Pinus. Another categorization under the wood. अगर wood के अंदर vessels present है, if the wood it contains vessel, this type of the wood, it is known as heteroxylous wood. अगर wood के अंदर vessels absent है, this is soft wood, this is homozygous wood. So you know that in the gymnosperms, the vessels they are absent. So homozygous wood है, but the exception is which group? Which group is showing exception? That is needles. Now the another feature, that is the life cycle pattern. Though the life cycle pattern will be more clear when I will be dealing with the life cycle of Pinus, but you please write this here that the life cycle pattern, that is डिप्लॉन्टिक. जो मेन बॉडी है वो डिप्लॉयड है और जो गैमीटोफाइट है वो डिप्लॉयड बॉडी पर डिपेंडेंट है. द फ्री लिविंग एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द गैमीटोफाइट इज एब्सेंट. So here diplontic life cycle and the type of meiosis which is present, that is sporic meiosis, just like the pteridophytes, bryophytes. तो याद रखिए ब्रायो, टेरिडो, जिम्नो, एंजियोस्पर्म, all of them they will show sporic meiosis. Means the meiosis will occur during the time of spore formation. So this is all about the general characteristics of the gymnosperms. Now after this, now I will be starting with the life cycle of Pinus.